how you can get it, because you already know you want it, and you will be in the direction moving toward that goal, that dream. This isn't about living in the clouds. I'm not talking about some fantasy kind of thing, like where when you win the lotto, you're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and you're going to do this, and even you're going to find the lotto ticket. That's a fantasy. A dream is really a goal with a date on it. So that's when you know you're working on something. You have the dream and you put a date on it and it becomes a goal. As a dreamer, you really understand that you have dreams. You're able to talk about them. And the best part about being a dreamer is connecting with that dreamer and someone else. So let me back up a moment and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My husband and I know you too, started a restaurant. We actually started in 1979, Princeton Seafood. And my husband and I were living in Colorado at the time, and we were business majors in college. And Marty had a friend who lived here in California who was a commercial fisherman, Don Pemberton, and he invited us to come out here and start a fish wholesale business with him. And I was pregnant with our first child at the time, and we were 10 back in 1979. Not really, but you know. So we moved cross country, Marty and I, my husband and I, and our Pat and our dog. And we didn't know what we wanted as far as a business, but we knew that someday we wanted to travel around the U.S. and see the U.S., and that was our dream. So we were willing to work hard and form this restaurant. And we didn't know anything about fish. The only thing I knew about fish back then was that we had to eat it on Fridays because it was Lent, and I didn't even care that much for fish. So Don, the fisherman, he would put the trays of fish, the boxes of fish out there on the ground, and Marty would memorize half their names, and I would memorize the other half of their names, and we would drive to Chinatown. And of course they had different names, but between us, we could remember the names of the fish and sell that fish in Chinatown. And as I became more and more pregnant and we got used to it, my husband took on more of that. And then in the harbor there was a restaurant for sale. And we bought it. We bought the lease. We didn't buy the building, but we bought the lease. We changed the name, and that became Princeton Seafood, and that was 1981. And we started building this business. First it was all takeout, little paper boats, and then it became table service. We even opened for breakfast for a while, but that was way too much work. And our third child, we quit breakfast. So let me fast forward to 2004. We had been working that restaurant business for a really long time. And the reality was that we didn't really take vacation. In fact, maybe 5 times in those years we had taken a vacation. And we didn't have money set aside for retirement. I needed somebody like you to help me get a retirement account. So that was the year my husband turned 50. And he got the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad from his brother. Some of you have read it, how many of you have read it? It's a great book, and I got so excited by that book, and in fact I read the whole series. So I decided that we would buy real estate, and I bought our first house over the internet, sight unseen. And my husband and I and our son spent a week there fixing it up, and we got it very nice, and we got it rented out, and we still have that house. And we went on to buy houses all across the country in 5 states. Now, go forward a little more to 2007. And a lot of you probably are concerned for me now because you know with the credit crisis, houses have fallen in value, and it didn't look like our dream was going to happen. Not only that, but our son at that time he was 16, I believe, and he was having extreme difficulties. He was diagnosed with oppositional defiance disorder, and our family was pretty much falling apart. Our finances were in disarray, our restaurant was suffering because of the economy, and our son, it was really, really tough. I mean, it was hard to, I didn't know if we were going to last. did, and two things stayed. One was that I undertaken a long program for 7 years at the time, has since become 8, a Bible study. And I was going once a week, and I had this wonderful supportive group of women also in a Bible study. So that was the first thing. And the second thing was that I had started speaking at a real estate club, and one of the people had recommended that it would be a good idea if I got some speaking training. And I went to Marsha Weeder Inspiring Speaker Workshop, and I started taking classes with Marsha Weeder, and I'm looking at Angie because she just had the privilege of hearing her speak not too long ago. Have any of you heard her speak? Well, she calls herself America's Dream Coach, and that's because she really works with people on getting clear about their dreams. So that was the second thing that saved me, because I started remembering that dream that my husband and I had to travel around the U.S. And I started exploring other dreams I had. And I started getting excited. And my husband and I started looking at our restaurant in a different way. And we hired an interior designer. We freshened up our logo. We started looking at what our customers wanted. We had great clam chowder. We didn't have a view, and we didn't offer alcohol, only beer and wine. So we had to look at what our customers wanted. And we started promoting ourselves as the place where locals love to eat.